Today we're going to take a look at the Parrot Bebop water mod. As you see right here, this actually does work, believe it or not. So if you ever want to try it by, flying over water and you're a little nervous about doing it, because I did it last week and made a little video farting around with this goose that was over there, some Canadian goose that was in the Turtle Creek. I was a little nervous flying it over the water, to say the least. I didn't have this mod at the time, but this actually does work. I actually set it in water and it just sits there and floats. You can even take it off from the water, but actually it's just it's a precautionary thing if you're going to be flying over water. I mean, I just wouldn't use it just for the heck of it, So, and I'm not going to bore you to tears with showing you me cutting every one of these and putting all of them on. I'm just going to show you how to do it because it's very simple, okay? You just go get one of these styrofoam balls. You can buy, I bought these balls at Walmart. There were 6 of them for $3. Now, if you go to a place like Michael's or Joann, you're going to pay a lot more because those places, they mark up stuff like crazy. But these things, at Walmart, they were $3 for 6 of them. So they give you a couple extras that you could screw up. You can screw up a couple. And you'll still have the 4 that you need to do it. So the only thing you do is you just take one of these balls and you cut a square, a small square right in the top, like that. And you just work your way, and then every time you cut it all the way around, pop out the styrofoam, then you take it to the leg and you size it. You push on it a little bit to see how far it goes up the leg. And then you just go and just keep making it bigger and bigger and bigger in little increments. You just do it little bits at a time, because if you make it too big, then it won't stay on right. So you just go a little bit at a time in this little square until it wedges on there. You want it to wedge on there. You don't want it just to flop in there. You want it to push it on there so it's like a little hard to get it all the way up in there. Then after you do that, you get these little coffee stirs from the local gas station. That's where I got these. Or you can use toothpicks, but they have to be longer than your average toothpick. Okay? But I just use these. And you measure 2 inches from the prop. 2 inches down from the prop. And put them right through there. You slide them through there. And then once you get them through there, you just take a pair of scissors and just snip them off. But these actually work very well for this. Now, I know what I thought when I first seen this. I was like, okay, well, the prop wash is going to affect the... It doesn't do that. I thought it would. It would affect the handling of the quad, but it really doesn't. I was actually pretty surprised about that. So if you ever want to fly over some water and take some video, you can put these on here as just a safety measure. Now, if you're just flying low over the water, if you're flying 100 feet over some San Francisco Bay or something and you lose the thing, this ain't going to work. Okay, that's not happening. But if you're just a few feet over the water and it splashes down in the water, it'll save it. It'll save your quad from extinction. But don't fly it right away after that, because if it smacks down into the water, it's probably going to throw some water up here on the sonar. So don't fly it. Make sure you dry that out before you try to fly it again, because I got mine wet once in a field, and it was the only time I ever wrecked this thing. It wasn't a bad crash, but it was a small crash because I landed it in the wet grass, and that little sonar got wet, And I tried to take it off again, and it just went up in the air, and I had no control, and just it veered off to the left and crashed in the ball field. So that thing getting wet will really affect the characteristics of this thing. So you don't want to do that. After you fall in the water with it or whatever, just go get it and let it dry out before you try to fly it again. It's real simple to do. Anyone can do this. It takes about, I think it took me about 10 minutes to do the whole thing. I just didn't want to have you watch me piddling around with every one of these. You'd fall asleep doing that. Anyway, thanks for watching.